Welcome to the Revelation Podcast. Today's topic is unity, and I got a very, very special guest. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Finkley. I am the founder of the Finkley Experience, which is an educational consulting firm. And then also, I am the host of the Michael Finkley Show as well on YouTube and other streaming sites as well. So I'm excited to be here, Dwayne.
Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. You want to tell us a little bit about the Michael Finkley experience before we begin?
Yes, so the Finkley Experience is an educational consulting firm, and we specialize in first generation education. So, what that looks like is that we assist first generation students within the college process. So, that's applications, that's essays, that's financial aid, scholarships, all that good stuff. So, it's near and dear to my heart because I was first generation college student, and the process was so hard. And so, working in that arena for so many years in higher education slash secondary ed, I wanted to give back. So this is my way of giving back as well.
Mm-hmm. Which ties into our subject today, which is unity.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely. So would you like to explain? Would you like to go a little bit deeper and explain the process of why you started it as we talk about unity?
Yeah, definitely. So, uh, I feel 2020, the part of the theme was unity. You know, it 2020 brought so many people together, right? In their own right. Families, friends, it showed persons who they really are in their lives of others. And so bringing that concept and kind of broadening it around the spectrum of what 2020 was, Unity was definitely a part of that.
Hmm. I definitely agree. As a first generation college student, I find that having a support system is very, very important to succeed. And when you do into college and you're not used to doing all things, it is wonderful to have a strong support system behind you to help you push through those doors.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You have to. I feel the college process is unity, right? You can't do this by yourself. Even though students try their hardest, you have to have someone to read your essays. You have to have someone to assist you with financial aid. And then it doesn't stop there after the process is over. When you get into school, colleges worry about a thing called retention and how to actually keep students at their institution. And so they come together, they unify together. So financial aid comes in, student affairs comes in, admission comes in, student services comes in to try to keep that student at that institution so they won't transfer anywhere else. So it's a unified effort in that too.
I definitely agree. Very well spoken. I think about my college experience when I arrived at school. I had student leaders, had the financial aid, I had my parents. It all felt like it moved smooth. And Morris College, I feel like it has a very well smooth oral transition, and it moves fast to get people. And I'm telling a young person in the city of Sumter, trying to encourage them to go to school. I'm like, hey, you are gonna have that support system. So many people when you get out in this world and you're taking your first steps, like going to college or stepping out to the world, people feel like they don't have that support system. For me, I felt like I had that support system in my Morris College family. Somebody
Yeah.
was willing to extend that hand from student leadership to faculty. Somebody was always mentoring and guiding me through that process.
hmm Yeah, definitely. And because you felt that way, they were doing it correctly. You know, definitely, it is true because we as students, right, going into college, first generation college students, or students in general who are going into college, they have to have that type of belonging sense, that Um, I have to be relatable, something relatable that they can hold on to. I always tell students when they're going through the college process, you have to really think about that. This is something that you can't take lightly because, uh, first of all, this is one of the and most expensive things you're going to pay for. That's number one. But also, too, you have to feel comfortable there. If I'm having troubles and issues, I want to feel comfortable enough going to my advisor, going to my professor, whomever, that I can tell my troubles to, right? My counselor, my anyone to assist me in that endeavor. So students have to choose very, very carefully. And again, build your own sense of community. All right, community is another sense of unity. So you have to be you can't choose just any person to be your friend. This is a true stance where students find out who they really are. And so now, instead of I'm your friend because you're my friend, because you've been giving me stuff or whatever, now I'm looking at that at the bigger picture. I'm looking at it in the sense of, okay, you're like-minded as I, you have a vision in mind, you want to see yourself going somewhere. It may be in the same right as mine or whatever, but you have that determination factor. And so now I am gaining friends that understand they're on the same wavelength as I am. And so now, in so many ways, in that 4 year time span or 2 year time span, whatever institution you choose to go to, you are now building your sense of community. You're building your own community, and again, a stronger sense of unity among themselves as well. College is a different breed. You are living with these people, so you're meeting mamas and sisters of the persons you maybe roommates with or friends with and things. So it's a little bit deeper than your high school experience. So again, all unified in that way to build that community to make you stronger, when at times I feel weak. So
Yes, and that first year is the most important year starting off. A lot of people don't understand that. That
mhm.
first year, you have to lay that foundation, and you have to make sure that you get with a like-minded individual, and that you take your studies seriously. So there's nothing wrong with going to a party or two, but first you have to lay that foundation. You have to make sure that you are doing what you need to do so you can do what you want to do later. You got to make sure that class was done. You got to make sure you stay on top of that financial aid. You got to make sure you stay on top of your paper. Find out about student support services. Find out if there's like a literary society, or see what organizations on campus are offering like clubs. If you need like history, find out who's in charge of the history. If you don't have that, another good thing that I tell people to do is build your own, like you said earlier, build your own community, make your own, social media group so you can network. Like I know
Very,
going into my junior year, had a guy, Mr. Summers. He was like, you know what? I see a lot of people can't find books. Let me go ahead. Let me build this network. Now we call it, we're the Hornets. Now we got our own little Hornet nest. Go in, need to find books, find class notes, everything.
right.
Very impactful.
Yep, there you go. And it worked, right? It worked for you, right?
Mhm.
It worked for you. You felt comfortable in that. It's not a not it's like I will describe it as that. It's like your personal bubble, right?
Mhm.
You're reaching out to person that you need to reach out to. You're inviting people that you are comfortable with, and that goes in something as well to your personal space. This is what I feel that in that stage in your life, you're truly defining what that really is and what that really looks like, as
Mhm.
well. So again, you were comfortable enough to say, I need this, I need that. I'm gonna be friends with this person. I'm gonna include this person in my connects, again, to build that sense of community for yourself. And and that follows you, right? This is the foundation that you're laying in school is that foundation that you're laying for your life and your career path and your spiritual walk and your everyday living. And this is what college is supposed to do. Not only, yes, getting a degree, but it's supposed to change you in every aspect of your life. And getting again those developmental stages starting college. They definitely start in college. And so now you have these senses of, okay, now I know what to do because my institution prepared me. How can I make this better for myself? Now you know. And as life goes on, that will continue to improve and define its own being. So that's the most exciting part.
You're definitely right. I love the energy how excited and helpful. We need helpful individuals. A lot of people they enter to learn and they feel like I'm not going to learn. And
Mhm.
like for me first it was easy. I was blessed to find individuals who were like minded. Because like you say, spending this money, you gotta make sure that whatever you learn at these institutions, you are ready to depart to serve. And pull a couple more individuals in the same help that you were given, help somebody else and extend that hand.
Mhm. Paying it forward, right? Paying it
Yeah.
forward. And as you were speaking, what is the motto of Morris College? Enter to learn,
Into
depart to
the
serve.
part you
So we're learning, right? We're learning all these different concepts. Yes, educational, all this other things, but also the real life stuff that comes along with it. You learn people in this phase. I know that you can contest to that. You learn people. And so again, you're learning all these different things that your institution is preparing you for. And now as I'm departing, I am now in the mind setting to serve. And that's what it's ultimately all about. We're paying it forward. We have to, because someone did it for us. Someone took out the time to actually train and coach us. Now we can do the same in our different variations of teaching. We can do the same for others. Yeah.
yes, sir. Most definitely. So going back to the program that you're doing just for first college students, how do they join go about joining your program?
Yeah, so definitely. So the Fingley Experience, first you can visit our website, thefingleyexperience.com, and learn more about us and what we do. We also have an educational college set. We're always prepared, Dwayne, and prepared and
Mm-hmm.
telling these things. So this is the educational college set. So it comes with a book and workbook. The book talks about step-by-step process of the college process, what it looks like, what it sounds like, financial aid. It's college really for me, giving you other resources just to kind of look into. And then the workbook students in high school can track themselves from starting freshman year, ninth grade year. They can record grades. They can record also, we give them activities on learning style, time management, things like that. They can record their community service hours, all this other stuff. If I ask for information, login information, all that can go in this one book so you can have it all in one place. So in joining, we actually have monthly cohort sessions. All that information is on our website. So you get to actually sit in a class, a virtual class, as we're all doing right now, for 4 weeks. You get to spend some time with me, and we talk about other concepts of college and the college process and what that looks like. So, again, we have a plethora of things that are going to be happening in the new year. We're excited about. We're bringing some new faces in. And so, again, all that information can be found on our website, thefinkleyexperience.com.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely, and I'll definitely make sure that I drop the links to your YouTube channel and to the website. Most definitely got to get the word out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Most
We really
definitely.
appreciate it. And I must tell, I have to tell the story really quickly. So I met Dwayne when I was working at Morris College in Sumter, South Carolina. And ever since then, I can tell you that he's been genuine, he's been true. What you see is what you get. I tell you, he changes not. So to see him branch out and do this is just extraordinary and amazing. I know at times can be difficult and hard to step outside the bubble, but we have to force ourselves to grow and be the person that we see ourselves in the future. And that's what you're doing. So I'm very proud of you, sir. I really am.
I really appreciate individuals like you and others showed me. through unification, through networking, and through just having the courage to stand up and do something. I'm like, you know what? If these men can do it too, or if these ladies gonna build something, I said, you know what? I can do it too. Told another young individual, I was like, hey, just because COVID is around, I said, look, we're both gonna try to find other ways to make money. Let's get our voices out. We
Yep.
always talk about somebody else got a show. Let's build our show. I said 2020. I said yes, it brought some devastation, but let's make some positivity and some change.
There you go. There you go. Keep going forward, my friend. Keep going for there's truly a blessing in this process that you're in now. So my advice to you is to stay consistent, always willing to learn and collaborate. Again, build that new sense that you're in this awesome industry now. Build that network, build that unity that you need in order for you to be successful in that right that you see yourself in the future.
Most definitely. Thank you for coming on. Hopefully, I'll be able to have you again sometime on next year.
All right, sounds good.